Hello guys, welcome to our live today. Let me connect my microphone. So you plug in the sensor and you switch on. The problem with this microphone is that sometimes I forget to switch on. So you'll find me speaking like when I was training students. I realized that I had gone for around 10 minutes without audio. So that's the challenge with these tools. So today I want us to talk about service-based online business or service-based business online. Have you heard about that term, service-based business that can be done online? So that is our topic today, and I want to spend around 15 minutes to talk about service-based business. Then I will also talk about or discuss 6 business ideas that never fail. I hope this will be interesting to you and it will make a difference in your life. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. On this channel, I usually go live every day at 11 a.m. I'm going live every day to talk about business. I also go live at 4 p.m. During that time, on Mondays, I do training. I do training for virtual assistants. So today, as I've said, I want to talk about service-based online business. Now, service means, what does the word service mean? If you Google the word service, so we were defining service. A service means an action of helping or doing work for someone. In the real or simplest form, in a layman's language, if you are traveling somewhere, for example, you have arrived in a city like Nairobi. When you arrive at the bus station or when you arrive at the airport, someone might offer to assist you carry the luggage. Someone will offer to transport you from the airport to a hotel. So that's what we call a service. And there are so many types of services that people are offering. And the coming of internet makes things even much easier. So I'm not going so much into definitions. We can look at what are the types of service-based businesses that are known outside there or that we know. Number one is digital marketing. So digital marketing, this is where you do things like search engine optimization, you do social media management like managing a YouTube channel, managing a TikTok channel, and creating content. What I'm doing right now is creating content. I'm creating content that is targeting people who are visiting live streams, people who want to learn about business, people who want to get information. You know, information is power. The Bible says information is power. In the book of which books of the Bible talks about information? The lack of knowledge. If you lack knowledge, you will perish. in Bible. The Bible presents the idea that information is power, often equating knowledge and wisdom with strength and successful life. So underline those words. Knowledge is equals to wisdom. When you have the two, knowledge, you have wisdom, is equals to strength. You become strong and you become a successful life. So if you want to be successful in life, you must have number one, knowledge. You must have what? Wisdom. And wisdom you are getting from educational videos like what I'm sharing today. So back to service-based businesses. I talked about number one, digital marketing. So many people don't know about marketing. But digital marketing, what I can tell you is that it is a game changer. Digital marketing, you can do it from the comfort of your home. You don't need to go or commute to work like the 9 to 5 jobs. You simply need to find the right tools like a computer, a phone, create an ad. Then people will start buying your things. People will start buying your product. People will start buying your services. That's how you make money. So what other types apart from digital marketing? Web and software development. That's another service that people are offering. People are creating websites. Small business and even big businesses, government and non-governmental organizations, they are looking for websites. People are looking for apps. People are looking for software solutions. Like in Africa, you go to hospitals. You go to a hospital as early as 7 p.m. You find a very long queue simply because they are still using the manual system of admitting patients or registering patients. So if you offer a software solution that will make it easier to enter the details of the patient and so on, to prevent people from queuing for a long time. You can imagine in a public health facility in Kenya, people queue for long hours just to get registered before you even see a doctor. So some people even die on the queue. And the situation is pathetic. Try what we call vaccination. Vaccination in Kenya in public health facilities is a nightmare. So websites, applications are meant to solve such problems. If you go to our local universities, in Africa, the problem of missing marks is another headache that students are facing. If you come up with a software solution that will make lecturers accountable, make universities accountable, and make the life of students much easier, you will have solved a problem. And that's the purpose of softwares or websites. Another type of service you can offer online. Be creative. Creative services. One of the biggest creative services you can offer is graphic design. You can offer a service like you want to change the background of a photo. You want to make an animated video. Like I've seen some guys making animated videos about the Bible. Telling people stories about David and Goliath. Do you remember that story of David and Goliath? What happened? Do you remember the story of Jesus going to visit the synagogue and found that people had turned the house of God into a marketplace. So Jesus removed a whip. He started whipping people, whipped because they were disrespecting the house of God. So that is creativity. People are creating animations around that. Create animations around a chicken. A chicken is chasing a leopard. It becomes very interesting. Hare or a squirrel. A squirrel is chasing a bear. That makes very creative works. Another creative piece of work is called video editing. Video editing is very lucrative. So many people don't understand how to edit videos. So many people don't have the time. If you are a CEO, you are a founder, you don't have time to edit videos. Podcasts, you cannot have all the time. If you are shooting every day, you cannot have the time to edit that particular kind of work. So video editing is a service that young people are offering online. Another service is copywriting. Copywriting, these are the guys who are grabbing your attention. When you are watching television or you are watching an ad, there is that text that tells you employers are hiring now, start applying, start learning new skills. And you end up clicking. They tell you we have dropped the price of smartphones. iPhone Pro Max 17, the price has been dropped by 50%. You see that message, it grabs your attention, you go and click on the link and you buy. That is the work of a copywriter. Their work is to persuade, to write something that is persuasive and something that will action. I hope you are following. Number 4, translation. Right now I'm speaking to you in English. We have people who don't understand English. They want this information in Kiswahili. They want this information in Kamba. They want this information in Jaluo, Kisi. They want in French, Kilingala. There are so many languages in this world. And that is the work of a translator. A very important thing that I've seen in the recent past, influencers are using translators. For example, an influencer that is coming to Africa to study cultures like the Hazabe. A guy goes to Tanzania, East Africa to study the Hazabe, the way they are eating the baboons, the way they are eating, they are eating the squirrels and those funny animals. It's very interesting, but they don't know the Hazabe language. So they need translators. A translator will take the foreigner and start explaining to the local people what the foreigner has come to do. So all that is translation, and it's a service that can be offered online. You can offer translation services to lawyers, magistrates, medical professionals like doctors. They really need translation services, somebody who can translate documents or information to them. Then we have another type of service-based business, professional consulting. Professional consulting, you can consult in areas such as business. Nowadays, people are looking for business information. People are looking for information on how to do things, how to invest in stocks, how to buy stocks, how to invest in cryptocurrency, how to bet. People are looking for such information, and you become The consultant, you charge a fee. For example, you charge 1,000 per hour, charge it $5 per hour, you charge 20, 50. I've seen even guys charging $200 per hour for a business consulting. So it depends on the type of people and the type of information that they are looking for. So consultation can be in IT, business strategy, or you can even give financial advice. Lastly is content and education. Okay, content and education is another service business. You can be the guy who provides content for blogs. You can be the guy who provides content for education. You can be the guy like me. I create online courses. Right now, I have an ongoing bootcamp. A bootcamp that is training virtual assistants, and it's getting interesting. We are growing every day. We started with 35 people. We are now 45. Last week we learned about virtual assistant. We learned about the myths about virtual assistant. This week we are going to learn about email management. If you like to join the virtual assistant bootcamp, comment on this video. I will send you the link to the group so that you can also learn about that particular service. So there are so many other things. You can start a YouTube channel, provide information that then you get paid by YouTube. So those are the types. I will not go into much details. How do they operate? You are there wondering, how does a service business operate? So number one, you have to interact with customers. You have to interact with customers from the initial contact to the point where they are paying you and they have received the service. So most of the interactions take place online. You can interact on YouTube, you can interact on email, you can interact on social media. Me, I've interacted with people on email, Gmail. I interact a lot with Gmail, which allows you to chat. You can chat on Gmail. You can also send email to back and forth emails. I've also interacted with people on X and I've offered services to them. Number two, technology. For a service business to operate, you must have technologies that help to manage operations. You must also have market services and process transactions. Technology you need for payments, for invoicing. You need the technology for communication, like holding discussions. Sometimes you'll have to have one-on-one meetings with your clients. So that's where technology is very important. Operations is also dependent on this type of businesses require operations. You can automate operations, and this allows greater efficiency and scalability compared to traditional businesses. Now, when you compare someone who has a shop or someone who has a salon, someone who has a barber shop, for that guy to scale that business, they require capital to open another physical store. But for service business, you just need to increase the number of advertisements that you are making. And when people get your services, they start spreading what they start telling. You want the best advice, go to this channel. You want the best small business advice, go to Will's tutorials. I hope you're getting the point. Then, what are the advantages? I said I'm going to take 15 minutes, now 20 minutes. Let's conclude with the advantages of online businesses. Advantage number one is low startup cost. The startup cost of operating a service-based business is relatively low. You don't need goodwill. In Kenya, we have this thing called goodwill. People are paying 5 million. You pay goodwill, money that just vanishes into thin air. Because you want to operate an electronic store or a butchery, you want to operate a restaurant somewhere. So people are asking you for goodwill. You don't even have stock. You have not even bought stock for that electronics shop, and they want goodwill. So compared to that, when you bring about these things in service-based business that are online, you don't need goodwill. You just need to present yourself. You find a client, you offer the service, and then they pay you. They pay you in dollars. Another advantage, location independence. Service-based business are not dependent on location. You can do them anywhere. And this means that you can serve global clients. Me, in my service-based business, I do research. I do educational programs. My target is not Kenyans. I'm not targeting local people. I'm targeting people in the United States. I'm targeting people in the UK. I'm targeting people in Australia, Canada. I don't want to work with local people, because when you tell someone, come for a one-on-one meeting, let's talk about business. Let's talk about how you will invest your money. And you are only charging you $5,000 or $50. $50. A Kenyan will not pay you that money. They will feel a lot of pain. Why should I pay someone to help me invest my 1 million? Why should I pay someone to teach me how to manage my email? Why should I pay someone to help me know how to hire a virtual assistant? But when you go to government, you will be shocked. You will be shocked how much people are being paid for consultation and whatever things that they are consulting. Somebody consults like how to. We are very weird. How to control pests. Do you know how much consultants are paid by government? Somebody consulted for pest control. Maybe we have the recent disease of maize. That is the stem borer? Or the armyworms? They are armyworms. Somebody consulting to give government advice on how to control armyworms, and he bills them 2 million or 3 million just to give that information. But the same guy, if you offer service, you want to teach them how to control bed bugs, how to control mosquitoes, and you are only charging them 5,000 or $50, they won't pay. So that's the problem we have in Africa. Mindset. Our mindset is kind of, distorted. Scalability. The good thing about online business or service-based business is that you can scale. You can automate your business, and this makes it easier to grow and serve more customers. Like when you have an automation of sending emails, you have customers, you have existing customers, you can automate email sending so that every Monday morning Your customers receive an email. Today we have an offer of 50% on our booking calls. Today we have an offer of 80%, 80% discount, and people will rush to buy your things because people are wired to respond to discounts. So when you automate such a service, you will find that you will have more bookings for your business. And that's the advantage of online service business. So we'll take a short break, and when I come back, we are going to look at 6 businesses that never disappoint. 6 businesses that will not disappoint you. They never fail. The word that I'm supposed to be using, they never fail. So I will see you. I'll be taking a short break, then we will resume in about 5 minutes. We talk about that. So stay tuned. Don't go away. We can have a short music break. I like using Google. We call it YouTube, free music from YouTube Studio. Myself, let me choose the mood. The mood is calm. You want some calm music. Live video inaenda. Download and change the title. Nitaweka tu kitu ni 2,000, hata ni 15. Ulikuwa unaona pale alikuwa amepiga hesabu ya your vertical. Welcome back, guys. Now, in the last part of this live, I want us to learn. I want to teach you about 6 businesses that never fail. This is a very interesting topic that can help you make decisions in life. So what are the businesses that never fail? And we'll talk about their success rate and other advantages. So the first business that never fails is called real estate. Real estate business. Why is it that real estate is a business that never fails? Now, one thing you don't know about real estate is that it's very simple in terms of is it management or workflow? How do you call it? Is it management or workflow? Or in terms of understandability, how to understand real estate? Real estate, why is it easy to operate? Real estate, you just need to build a house, like build 10 houses, rooms, then you rent them out. Once you rent them out, people start paying money. For you to live in a house for 30 days or 31 days, you need to pay money first. And rental business is global. If you come to Kenya, people are renting out houses, apartments, single rooms, mabati structures, and the industry is so diverse. It all depends on the capital you have. Even if you have the little capital but you have land, you can build mabati structures, you can build mabati houses. We have people who want those houses, like people who are just getting started in cities like Nairobi. People are renting out houses with 500 shillings. If you have enough capital, if you have maybe mid-range capital, you can also build single rooms in places like Githurai, Kahawa. They attract rent of 3,000, 4,000 shillings. That is $40. But if you are loaded with money, good money, to the tunes of 500 million, you can start a program like the affordable housing program in Kenya. Build an apartment with 50 units, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, then start selling them. You start selling them or start collecting rent. The easiest way of recovering your money in real estate is to sell. You don't have to wait for 20 years to recover your capital. You can sell at a higher price. For example, if the cost of building a 1 bedroom is 1.5 million, you can sell that house at 4 million. That's the beauty of real estate business. Business number 2 that never fail is the business of storage, not safe storage. Before we go to safe storage, laundromat. Laundromat is the business of doing laundry work. So what is the success rate of a laundromat rate? Studies show that 95% of businesses in this category, they survive in their first 5 years. Now, this success of laundromats is attributed to their being resistant to recession. When the recession comes, the laundromat guys will survive, unlike other businesses. They also have a steady cash flow. Why? Because people have to be clean. You have to maintain cleanness to go to work, not unless you are working in construction. It's only people who work in construction that have to not care about cleanliness. It's a very high potential for high returns on investment. So if you are at the right place, a laundromat is a business that you will start and it will never fail you. Number 3, safe storage. Business success rate. What is a safe storage? Have you heard about safe storage? According to data or studies, the success rate of new safe storage businesses is exceptionally high. Data says that the success rate is 92%. This is driven by the strong demand and high rates of this. And this industry is also resilient to economic downturns. So keep in mind that key factors for safe storage is that there is consistent demand. People will demand for safe storage both when the times are good and when the economic times are bad. It also brings in what we call multiple revenue streams. So you are looking beyond the monthly rent because they can generate you additional income. For example, you start selling packaging materials. If someone, if you are storing like computers or diapers for someone, you can start offering them packaging materials like the cartons and so on. So they will attract multiple streams of income. So that is about the safe storage business. Another business that will never fail you is the transportation business. Why is the transportation business very lucrative or very profitable? What is the success rate? Let us what data says of transportation business. Every time you order something on Amazon, eBay, Shopify, There is always someone who is going to deliver. If you order a book, there is someone who will deliver that book at your doorstep. That guy is paid, and that business is booming.